Hi guys, hi everyone. I wanted to just introduce myself again. My name is Kim and I work for Amazon Delivery Driver. So I want to go over tips and hacks again. Sometimes the things I'm going to mention are going to repeat, or there are things that I learned along the way that I would like to share with you so that way you all have a great experience working for driving. There's a warehouse and then there's driving. So you can do either or, but my preference is I like my freedom. I like the flexibility of creating my own hours. Um, the DSP that I work for, we start at 9:15, so we can clock in at that time. We go get our van, and once you get into the van, you set up your Flex account as well as your Mentor app. So once you establish all of that and you take a picture of the VIN number, then you're just sitting there and waiting for them to pull you into the staging area. That way you can go and pick up your loads and put it into your van. Just remember that there's protocols that you do have to follow. You have to make sure that when you first pull in after and you sit there with your hazard lights on, you wait. Once they signal you in to go inside, then you still have to sit in your car, your van. You need to make sure that your doors are open, you have no AirPods in your ears, you turn off the music, you make sure that, what is that thing called? It's the sliding door in the back. Make sure that everything is open and ready to roll. Because once the air marshal calls and says, okay, everybody's time to, load up, however they say it, you'll know. And you make sure you have your phone ready. It'll tell you exactly what cart it is, and then you go find your cart. It's pretty self-explanatory. And once you get the hang of it after like the first 2 times, it'll be very, how would you say, like a flow, like you just figure it out as you go. You'll see everybody pulling their carts, so just make sure that you're very careful about that, not to bump into another person, and make the most of it. Make a blast. If you finish early and you manage to put all your totes inside your van, make sure you organize it. I know some people just throw it right in, but to me, I think time management is really important when you do this job. You want to make sure you organize it in a way where when you make your first stop, my cat is crying, so I'm so sorry for that. He's crying. He wants my attention. Yeah, so just make sure that you organize it in a way where when you grab your first tote, you have your packages on one side with your envelopes and your unknowns, and then all the boxes can be on your other side. So however you put it, you want to organize it where it's easy for you to grab it and go. Another thing too is I don't really organize my boxes. I just make sure that the driver aids label, which is the yellow or orange label, is facing towards me. That way I could see what number it is. So as soon as I see, okay, I get to the stop, I have to grab the driver's aid or look at the driver's aid, I'll match it to the box and then grab and go. But for the packages, the envelopes and unknown packages, you go and just put them in order. You can put it from highest to lowest or lowest to highest, however works for you. And then that's about it. And then another thing too, I forgot to say it, but if you do finish loading everything into your van and everybody else is like falling behind, go and help them, because what if you were like the person that you were stuck in a situation where you have so many like totes and boxes and you feel overwhelmed because of time restraint. Mind you only have 15 minutes to pack everything into your vehicle. So go and help somebody out, because you might be in that position where somebody may need help you too. So help one another, get every van, ready to rock and roll. Air Marshal's gonna call and be like, okay, let's go. And then you guys are out the warehouse and on you go to your route. I'm trying to think of what other things I want to mention, but I think this is a really good enough video. Oh, and make sure that you bring plenty of water for yourself. I live in New Jersey. I don't want to specifically say where I live, but my warehouse is in Edison. And so we're kind of at the peak between like still summer a little bit and then fall, but it's like it's either hot or too cold. Just make sure you bring plenty of water. Make sure you have like plenty of things to like, munch on if you're hungry. Me personally, I don't like to take a break. I don't know what it is. I think taking a 30-minute break, I feel like is gonna, eat into the time that I'm supposed to be delivering the packages. I make a goal for myself. I'll say that if I go to a house that's really easy, it's flat land, the driveway is like only a couple feet, I assume that I'll be done, delivering that package under 2 minutes. Whereas there is a long driveway and it's a private road, or like the road is really tight and there's like bushes and trees, that's gonna take under 5 minutes. Maybe, who knows, maybe under 6, 7 minutes. Because places like Atlantic Highlands, and that's the only part of New Jersey that I've been to, but that's part of my zip code. But Atlantic Highlands is really crazy as far as like the roads are really windy and stuff. And you have people who live literally off these cliffs. I don't know how to drive my Rivian. I'm still getting there. I'm still learning, but it's a lot. How did they say it? It's 9 feet long and 9 feet long and 10 inches. That's not your average car. And if you've never drove a van like that and you're a new timer like me, is is not easy, and you're trying to be careful as possible. And because you're trying to be careful, you're also taking longer to deliver your package. So everything is also a work in progress. It's not something that you're supposed to like figure out from day one. I think it's really important to remember that if you really want to be here, you really want to be a part of Amazon, just take it one day at a time. Nothing just comes and flows to you overnight. All these people that you see that are experts and pros, and my cat is zooming. Mo, you okay? You okay? I don't want to distract the video because like I think it's important to stay focused, but he's distracting the heck out of me. But the important thing is just to remember is that you make sure that you go get your van. You make sure you have all your cords. They usually give you 1 or 2 cords. They give you 2 extended batteries, which I don't think either of them work. So just make sure you go on Amazon, buy yourself a $15-20 extended battery, save yourself the headache, and they charge so quick. So when your 2 work phones die, you need to be able to charge the one, and then the other one would be the current one that you keep on yourself. That way you can go and do what you need to do to navigate all your routes and your packages and stops. So one phone is charging, the other one's in your hand. And then once this one dies, then you switch it, charge the other one, and have the one in your hand to navigate. I also noticed that as soon as you go and like switch over to the other phone, you go and log into the other one, it will ask you, are you going to log out of the other device and use this current one? And you just say yes. So just follow the steps and make sure that your Mentor app is on, because that tracks you. And if you don't keep your Mentor app on, they're going to find out and they're going to penalize you for it. And the worst thing that's going to happen is that they're going to take your route away for the day. And you might be eligible for a 2-hour help, which means that you go into the warehouse for 2 hours and you help everybody load up their totes and their boxes into the van. And then once they leave, then you're done, but that's only 2 hours. So just make sure to pay attention to every little thing that you do, because you don't want to be reprimanded for something that was, by accident. So I hope this video was really helpful to you guys. I'm really glad that I got to do this for you. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to mention over and over. I think it goes into our subconscious. And then another thing too is like I like seeing people do well. I mean, I get it that this is a YouTube video and like we're all like, my cat. We're all trying to like, put things out, information that's really helpful for other people. And we're all doing this to not only, put ourselves in an uncomfortable position and talk in front of a camera, but also more importantly, like it kind of boosts our confidence. It kind of feels like we are actually talking amongst an audience. So it's really cool. It's definitely an empowering thing. So I hope you guys have a nice day, and I really appreciate your time. Thank you for watching my video. Bye.